Hey, Bayek, it's me, Ian. And in today's video, we're continuing with our series looking at my 4K and Blu-ray collection. And we are now on shelf 16. Part 16, hey, fantastic, hey. It's getting nearer now the end, but we're still here. So let's get on with it. The first film is Generations. I think I've gone on a lot too much about this film. It's just film that should never have been made, as I said. It tells you all when 4 of the original cast, including Leonard Nimoy, won't have anything to do with this film. It's just a sad waste, and is unfortunately the worst of all the Star Trek films that have been made. It's just that. You can enjoy it at a certain level, but there's a sadness to it, this film, watching it, where you feel it was just unnecessary. They should not have done this film. But there it is, it's there. It's 4K. It's a nice slipcover. It's a positive thing I can say about it. I try and be positive. You can enjoy it, but it's sad, really. And then let's get to some positive, great stuff. This is First Contact. What a film this is. What a great start. This should have been the first Next Generation film. And it is, in my mind. It is the very first Next Generation film. It's superb. The Borg are there. It's definitely the best of all the Next Generation films. It's not the best or greatest of the Star Trek films, which is, of course, the Star Trek motion picture, as we know. But yes, this is a great film. Then we've got Insurrection, which I like. I enjoy. This maybe isn't quite on the same level as First Contact, but it's very enjoyable, and I like it. I really can watch this and just get a lot from it. So you always feel the problem was they never gave all the Star Trek cast enough, really, in time in these films. But that's just the way it was, unfortunately. But yeah, so that's Insurrection. Then there's the second worst Star Trek film, which killed the franchise at that time of movies. It was time. The public had had enough. It's a bit just too much for them. And it was Star Trek Nemesis. There's just something not quite right about this film. It's got its moments. You can watch it in a certain level and enjoy it, but to me there's a sadness to this film, and it doesn't really work that well. You can understand the public had just had enough. They needed a rest, and it certainly got one because this killed it for that moment. It was a flop, massive, and it's a sad way to end, but it does come back, as we know, Star Trek. Yes. And yeah. Just a quick word. I kept this. This is the 4K box set of all the Next Generation films. I just love that cover. I couldn't get rid of that. I just had to keep that. I don't normally do that because it's taking up space, isn't it? But hey, yeah, it's a great one. And then we've got this 4K 3-movie collection, all the 3 Star Trek movies of the revived series, and it's fun. I love it all. Honestly, these are great films. I know a lot of people may pick at the second one because of the Khan thing, but I just take it as the film. Just ignore the other stuff that people go on about. It's a great film, really enjoyable, and of course Leonard Nimoy. It says it all that he read the scripts and was very happy to come back and be an important part of this. Sadly, he died before the third one, and they do a lovely tribute to him. But yeah, the great Leonard Maltin, who I respect so much, and his judgment, of course, as well. And there he is in this film. So yeah, this is a great 3 discs 4K set. Then we've got this was like when they were converting the films into high definition Blu-ray, they did these like samplers, and this came out. It's called the Next Level Sampler, and it gave you a sample of episodes of what they were like. We have got the Encounter at Fire Point. We've got Sons of the Father, and we've got the Inner Light. They were just put on here. It was very cheap at the time as a sampler because everybody was waiting for the high definition Blu-ray, and we got it. And then here it is. This was the first one. Yes, season 1 of the Next Generation. Superb series. Really love it. As a Star Trek fan, you can't help but love the Next Generation. I think if you're a fan of the original series, then you'd be a fan of this. Though at the time, of course, there was controversy, as like in with Doctor Who and all these, fans sometimes don't adjust very well. But this became a massive, massive success. And we had 7 seasons of it. So there's the first one. There's the second one. There's the third one. I even got a slipcover. Amazing. Third one in Blu-ray. All these Blu-rays. And then we've got the fourth one. Again, amazing. It's in a slipcover. Wow. Fourth one. They were just all great series, right up to the end. I know. To me, even the early ones, which it does take, people believe that, I suppose the third series was the one that when things got really going. But there's a lot of good episodes in the first 2 as well, as it's picking to learn. It's, the episodes were developing and the characters developing, and it's great. And then here I've got, cracking, this is another slipcover. So that's season 5. Then season 6. Cracking, I'm doing well. This has got a slipcover as well. Season 6. Yeah, fantastic. Some great extras as well on all these. And then finally I've got season 7. Yeah. I love them all. Star Trek at its best, really, with the Next Generation. What a standard to follow. Then I've got one of these. I got these. What they did, they put together some episodes and like made it into a movie form. And I've got here Best of the Both Worlds. And look at this. Isn't that great? The cover. Yeah, I just got that. Fantastic. And then we're into the next series of Star Trek that they did in Blu-ray, which is Enterprise. Star Trek Enterprise, I think possibly now is getting more love than it did at the time. Again, there was that fatigue kind of feeling, I think, with Enterprise, but it was just really getting going on the 4th series. I'd say it started really in the 3rd series, but yeah, this is the early one. It's nice slipcover. Great, well worth getting. Here it is again, 2nd season. Yeah, fantastic. And then the 3rd season is when it really got going. This is the Xindi storyline, which was great. Absolutely loved it. Worked so well for me. And then the final sad. Unfortunately, the very last episode is annoying because you feel it deserved something better, the series bowing out. But I think it's a good series. And well, if you've never seen it, watch it. You'll enjoy it. Yeah. Some great characters in there as well. Then we've got, what have we got next? We've got Discovery Season 1. This is in a slipcover as well. Discovery is one of those series that I don't know whether we're going to assess it better in the future or whether our impressions are right now. For me, this had some good things, but it's always slightly overshadowed. But why did they change the Klingons? Why? Doesn't make sense. You know, you can adjust them and change them maybe a bit, but what they did it doesn't work. It just didn't work. I know I shouldn't say that, which is a shame because there's a lot of good things. The best thing turned out to be, for me, Michelle Yeoh. Yes, she was fantastic. And of course, she appeared in this one and in the next season. But yeah, there's Discovery. Promising, but yeah, I don't know. Then we've got this one, which a lot of people thought was a massive improvement, partly because they became so popular with Captain Pike that we got the spin-off series, Strange New Worlds. So it's not a bad thing at all. Michelle Yeoh was in this as well. Very enjoyable. And I'd just like to say a word. Captain Burnham as a character, I know a lot of people criticise it, saying about canon and why this and why that. Just accept it as in this series. She's a good, strong character. But did you notice I said that there's very few in Discovery of really strong characters? That's the problem. Saru, I think, is definitely one good character that's very strong. But some of the others, the Doctor is good, the chief engineer, mind you, I've forgotten the name. It's not very good, is it? But yeah, they're good. But you can't remember any of them. I can't. They're not in it, you know. You don't get to know the others. This is the third series, which was interesting. It was enjoyable in some areas, but there's something not quite working as well, which it should do. But again, I think, as I say, Captain Burnham stands out in this. But yeah, and you're probably thinking he's talking as if that's it. Well, I haven't got any more Discovery. I am home. Yeah, I don't know. I've not been enthusiastic to buy them. I got this. This is the short trips, or tracks as they call it, short tracks. These were just special series of shorts done, and these are enjoyable. Yeah, these are okay. Yeah, it just adds a bit more to the experience. Then I got Picard Series 1. It's okay, but I think we were expecting a lot more. I'm not going to get angry about this series. The only thing is I haven't got number 2 yet. I might get number 2 eventually, but I'm not being in a rush. Because number 2 was, I think, perhaps even more of a bit of a letdown. But, of course, number 3, the third and final season, supposedly, was excellent. But, yeah, that's the only one I've got of Picard. Then we've moved on, crikey. We've gone into Star Wars, yes. That's a 4K of the original best Star Wars, which is the original trilogy. Though I wish they would do a 4K of the proper originals without the special effects updated. I don't mind old special effects. In fact, I love them because I'm a Doctor Who fan. Yes, and to me, start tinkering around too much with special effects. I don't mind if they don't look as good. Yeah. So that's that. That's the best. Nice slipcover there. And then Empire Strike Back. Yeah, got that. These are all enjoyable films. Of course, They're not Star Trek, but I do enjoy them, and I have got them in the collection. So that's the Empire Strikes Back, and then we've got what's this? This is Return of the Jedi. Yeah, this is good. Is it? No, this is where I thought it had ended. I thought, yeah, nice films that all ended. Oh, how wrong I was. I've got this. I've got the Blu-ray. I haven't upgraded the prequels to 4K. I thought, well, I'll just have them in this. It's a nice box set, is this? Very good. All the films. And we've just got the 6 films in this. Yeah, great. So then what did Muggins do? Muggins went on and bought the blooming the next 3 films. Here we are. This is in a slipcover, but have you noticed I haven't upgraded to 4K on this one? No, I thought, well, I'll just stick them as but these are really just retellings of the same story again. There's another one, The Last Jedi. But a lot of it was people enjoyed seeing, I think, the old characters, like Harrison Ford and Princess Leia, all that kind of stuff again. They loved all that, but yeah. And then look how daft I am. I saw this really cheap, for some reason. I got it in 4K, so I have got a 4K of all this. And a lot of the Star Wars fans really hate and get all upset about. And go, okay, I know I'll keep out of that, but hey, if it's that bad, just move on and don't buy the film, And I've got it. I mean, you could enjoy these films, but they're not that. I know they're not as good in terms of the storyline. Again, you just think it's again and again, but they're there, and they're there, they're in my collection. Yes. And then we've got Rogue One. I've just got this in Blu-ray as well. I haven't got the 4K. This is enjoyable. Yeah. I wouldn't go quite as over the top as some people do about it, but it's enjoyable. And seeing Peter Cushing, of course, is the best part of the film. Even though he's been, whether he should have been is another debate, but I love Peter Cushing, so seeing Peter Cushing was the highlight for me. And then you're thinking, God, he's as daft as a brush, isn't he? Why has he got this? Oh, I've got this. Yeah, this is a bootleg. I know Disney don't. I actually really enjoyed this. I perhaps enjoyed this more than the old blooming films. Yeah. Apart from the original ones. Yeah, I know a lot of people got hate about this one, but I really enjoyed it, and I thought it was a good look at the character. This is what I mean. If we can look at the characters, it's nice to see how the characters are and more development in them. And this, to me, was good. I haven't bothered with anything else. There's loads of stuff with Star Wars. That's it, yeah. So that's it. That's my look at my collection of the 16th, part 16 shelf. There we are. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and look back on my playlist and you'll see further back of the whole series I've got in there. Also, we'll let you know then when I produce videos, and hopefully you might like some of my other stuff I do on the channel, reviews and films, TV series, a bit of music, nostalgia, all that kind of stuff, collecting. Yeah, it's all there. Or perhaps it's not. And if you like this, please give it a like. It helps with algorithms. And if you've got any comments as well, please put comments down. I'll answer your comments. And it all costs notes, so you can't say fairer than that nowadays. Yeah, buy it, you can. So all I've got to say is, I'll see you I'll see thee again.